Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Don. Happy birthday to you. And many more. How old are you, Don? 80 or 85? I said 85.
Anyway, it's
And
Don Pritchard's birthday
Birthday
tomorrow.
tomorrow. So if you have time, drop by and see him at the station or call him. 883-2980.
Is that what it is?
Yep, I'm almost sure that's it.
Okay.
Watch it be the wrong number.
Somebody else will get all
And
the calls.
welcome to What's New. Tonight we have the fair board. And Iris, you want to introduce them?
We have Martha and Michael, and they're familiar faces around here and around town, so you guys want to just start telling them about the fair?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Mike.
Okay.
Well, I think,
And Tanny's coming too.
yeah, she's supposed to be. Where we're at now, I think we're further ahead than when we were last year as far as getting everything set up. And we've got a lot more new vendors coming. Our phone rang off the wall all week. I mean, there's vendor come in this evening, Custom Jewelry, I don't know what the name of it is, but he was walking out of work today at 2 and heard our ad on J98 and said something about the fair, so he called my wife, and we're scrambling for space. I think this is going to be the most vendors we had in a long time.
Great. So everybody can have something to do.
Right,
Yeah, there's
kids for all
Come around and
ages.
shop for Christmas.
yeah,
Absolutely.
there's a company coming, like Build-A-Bear, where you can go in and make stuffed animals
Oh,
and stuff.
really?
They're coming up here
Oh,
this year.
that'd be great.
Yeah, and there's, like I said, waterless cookware. I'm not for sure, but I remember seeing that wrote down. Somebody with cookware is gonna be up there. But, food stands, we got like a Dippin' Dot, I think they're Melt-A-Ways or something.
Oh,
like
I
Dippin'
love
Dot.
Dippin' Dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got ice cream up there on the hill now, and there's all the kids' games, and there's a lot of kid-related stuff, like the little glow sticks and neon bracelets and stuff.
Oh, my
There's
gosh.
a guy gonna be selling them.
Are we having the the little horses this year?
The pony
The
ride?
pony rides?
No.
No, okay, couldn't remember if we were getting those.
No, but yeah,
But-
I'm happy where we are. I mean, I was afraid it was gonna, like last year at the last minute, setting up on Thursday and stuff, so. I mean, it kept us hopping up there today. I mean, a vendor would show up or a beer wagon come and, you know, as the fair board, we got our tents up and stuff, and I'm moving stuff to get the beer wagons in place and putting stuff back when they get out, but overall, I'm happy. I mean, the weather, I haven't seen the forecast lately.
Well, it's only supposed to be
Hopefully
like
you
a
don't
little bit of
have those
rain
spotty
each
spots,
day, yeah.
shower.
Yeah, and maybe the spots will be not at the fairgrounds.
Right.
So everything's gonna start tomorrow, right?
Yeah. The sanctioned truck and tractor pull starts at 7. The 4-H dinner, I think it
Yes.
starts at 4:30. So we try to not have much going on at the fairgrounds till they're finished.
So if people come up early at 4:30 and eat, they can get done eating and then go.
Come over to the fairgrounds.
We'll check everything out and see what we have, and
Right.
then if they want to go to and we also have a band.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw a blank now.
Here it comes.
Thunder Creek,
Yeah.
Mike Horn's playing tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
is that who Thunder, Mike Horn?
Yeah.
I was wondering who Thunder Creek was, couldn't figure out who that was.
Come on.
Yep.
Well, come on, Danny, you can come on.
Here, get up here.
You
Hey,
look fine, come on.
I'm as beautiful as
Well,
you
we just
are.
want you all to know we've been up at the fairgrounds.
That's
so-
okay.
so
You're
that's
working
always
at
great.
the fair, so.
And he's apologizing, oh
Yes,
my
on
gosh.
television. No, you're sitting in my mic. I'm gonna have to go because I got vendors coming.
You'll be all right. Well, anyway, we're selling pre-advanced tickets. If you come up Thursday, Friday, Saturday for an adult, it's in advance, it's $23. If you pay each night at the gate, it's $28. So you're saving $5 by buying ahead, plus you got 10% coupon to Sweet Things and $1 off a buffet at Missy's Restaurant, Mozora. And then we got kids tickets, which advance is $9. If you pay at the gate, it'd be $11. So something new we're trying this year.
Now tell them where they can pick them up at.
Both Bank of Bloomsdale's, right?
In St. John?
In St. John, yeah. And then we'll be at the fairgrounds tomorrow, and we're gonna actually sell them, right? We'll be selling them all day tomorrow evening. So if you're coming to the tractor pull tomorrow and decide that you're gonna make Friday and Saturday, we'll have a table set up and you can buy these. It'll save you
Oh,
$5.
okay, and it'll be by the,
Yeah, it'd be by the
Tractor pull.
entrance, yeah.
And you know where else you should have them? Tomorrow, you should have them at the chicken dinner, because people are gonna be up there, and we can try to sell them up there. Oh, that would be-
Hey,
It works.
yes, it
Our
does.
phone is working.
Marianne, you're not just a happy.
Welcome to What's New.
Good.
Hey, it's Tish at the Extension office,
Hi,
Okay.
Tish.
and Gretchen just called to say she is not going to make it up there.
So you're
Oh.
coming.
I
Why
couldn't
is she
up there,
laughing
But I thought
like
I
that?
could chat with you by phone a minute or two, if that's okay.
Oh, sure, that'll be great.
Because we have, the 4-H chicken fry tomorrow night. That's our annual thing. We've got a lot of guys who work very hard on that every year. And it'll be up at the VFW hall starting at 4 o'clock, from 4 to 6:30.
I-
Until you run out of chicken.
Well, yeah, we get really good at managing the chicken, and hopefully we won't run out until we have like 2 pieces left, which is mine and Gretchen's. So they have a lot of hardworking volunteers up there. So, yeah, we try, but sometimes we do run out of chicken.
Yeah, well, Mary Ann's got a lot of cake baked.
It's all good. No, they're up there at the VFW hall right now doing the judging of the 4-H exhibits.
Oh, okay.
So she wasn't able to get away. She thought she would.
Well, we appreciate you calling. We were kind of waiting for her, but
She was gonna be in the doghouse if we didn't hear from her.
Well, can she still be in the doghouse? Because I'm okay with that.
I don't think you're a very good boss if you're gonna put her in a doghouse.
No, but she really wanted to be there. She just couldn't get away at the last minute.
That's very good.
Thank you
Tish.
for calling.
You
All right, well, I hope a lot
covered,
of
you
people are
covered
coming
it
out to
real
the fair
good,
because
Tish.
it looks like the weather's going to be really nice.
hopefully, yep. At the spot shires, don't spot on the fair, we'll be in great shape.
Oh, no, I talked to Tanny earlier, and she assured me that she had ordered good weather.
Oh, well, good. Well, you have to talk to Don. He's our weather guy.
Oh, well.
He's the one that predicts the weather and makes it happen.
Sometimes he hits it, sometimes he doesn't.
You know what Don said to me earlier today? He was saying, what if we predicted nothing but good weather every single day, regardless of what was actually going on? Because we think a lot about weather, it has to do with your attitude.
Well, that's very true. It does.
Yes, it does.
You know?
Yep,
Sure, it's 98 degrees and humid. What a great day to be indoors.
exactly. That's what I felt like when I was out there sweating and staining yesterday. Why am I so stupid out here doing this?
Well, I'm not sure you want to trust Don. He may be experimenting with the weather report.
Hey, tomorrow's
No.
his birthday.
Yeah, you want to sing happy birthday to him?
No, I don't think anybody wants that.
We just did. You couldn't sound any better than we did.
She probably could sound better.
Well, maybe so, yeah. She probably could.
No, but I will definitely be harassing him tomorrow, I think.
Very good. At
Well,
least
Tish, do
twice.
you want to say a little bit about your friends that you had over here from Africa? Have you got time?
Well, I don't know if people are really interested, but the University of Missouri has had a partnership with a university, the University of the Western Cape in South Africa for the past 28 years. And in recent years, that partnership has been a lot about research and education with a lot of student and faculty exchanges. But in recent years, we've kind of added on that third leg of a lot of public universities, and that is extension here in the U.S. or community engagement, and really seeing about how we can work together on the ground in communities. So I have a little grant, and we are working on developing a new community leadership program together. And the basic idea is it's going to be delivered simultaneously in both countries, and there will be sort of a virtual exchange. People are going to be working together on both sides of the pond, if you will. And then some people are actually going to go to South Africa, and some of the South African students are actually going to come here. So I had 3 people here last week from the University of the Western Cape, and we were working on the curriculum part of the time, but also running around Missouri a bit. I put 1,400 miles on the car last week.
Oh, my word.
Rental car, thank goodness. Visiting some Missouri rural communities and so on, and learning a little bit more about what community leadership could look like and how we deal with it in Missouri. We have so much in common. We really do.
Isn't that amazing?
So yeah, we had a really good long week. So now we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Well, that's very interesting.
Yeah, we're hoping to do the first program this fall. That's the plan.
Oh,
So we're hustling on getting this curriculum developed. Yeah, there isn't really anything like this, but you've all done a little bit of traveling. When you're in a different culture, you're somewhere else, you learn so much about yourself and where you live. It's like a mirror holding it up. And I've got a fair amount of international experience, and it's always such an enriching experience. So we're looking to bring that to leadership. We used to approach leadership development as learning a lot about our own communities, and that's really important. We want to keep that. But if we really want to develop some skills, we need to get outside of our immediate environment and take a look at the whole picture.
Right. And now
Right.
with the internet and everything so handy, that'll work really well.
Yeah, I hope so. I think there's a lot of different things we can use, and we haven't really determined the criteria and anything like that. But we're really looking to how do we grow the future community leaders, the people like you who get involved, and keep it going, so that you don't need people like me around to go to the beach.
We always want extension. We don't
That's
never want
right.
to lose them.
Yeah, extension's not going anywhere. We love what we do, and it's our job to serve communities whatever their needs are, and those needs are always changing throughout the years. We've been in St. Genevieve County since about 1933, I think,
Right.
and sort of as a response to the Depression. And now we do 4-H robotics and satellites for row crops, and you've got all kinds of technology things going on.
Yeah, it's amazing the change over the years, even from when I was young. It
It's
used to
all
be
good,
more
but we
like
keep the
home.
important stuff around, like county fairs and liver dumplings, and
That's
you
true.
gotta hang on to the good stuff,
That's
Liver
right.
dumplings.
And pass it on to the others. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well, thanks for the input, and thanks for calling for Gretchen.
Okay, and hello to Pat Parker, because I know she's listening.
Okay. Hello, Pat.
Does she want to talk about
we're
that?
gonna have to
All
have
right.
you on, Trish.
Thanks, please, I'll see you at the fair.
Okay, thank-
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Never mind.
Okay, now you guys can continue
Now
your
you
little
can go back.
discussion.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all involved with the
It
same
is,
thing, you
and
know.
I think the extension, people don't really know everything that happens through the extension. And there's so many programs that
The
people
youth
could
building
do.
has the 4-H exhibits
Right,
for the
exact.
whole weekend in it.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, the little ones that grow those potatoes and all that stuff,
It's
you were up
amazing.
there, you,
Oh, yeah.
Judge, haven't you? I mean, it's amazing to see
It
what they,
is.
and some of the stuff that they make,
Right.
I mean, it's hard to believe that some of it's made by the younger ones.
Now, do they still have the sewing for the
Yes,
girls?
yes,
That always fascinated me,
Mhm.
what those kids
Yeah,
could
'cause they're
sew.
really
what they can
good,
sew.
Yeah,
yep,
even by hand, some of them,
Mhm.
do the handwork,
yep.
yeah.
So that'll be in there the whole weekend. And then Stormy Crawford's gonna be in there.
He's gonna have his birds
Mhm.
again.
Mhm.
Does he have anything besides birds or just birds?
Oh, didn't he have snakes?
I thought there was snakes.
I'm
Oh, he's
coming
gonna
up
have
them.
snakes too?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
Is he, you
snakes.
know,
Yeah.
they had those
But-
snakes out the KC Hall one time. And it was amazing, all the little kids that were around, feeling those snakes
Yes.
and holding
Well,
them.
Yes.
isn't the
That's very
conservation
educational.
agent, isn't he really beginning to put on shows now with snakes and stuff?
Oh, I
Rob?
don't know.
I'll sit here and you put one way over there and then I'll look at it.
Well, this here one.
And I'll go out
he did
that door
for-
and it can go that
For
door.
women's club, and them older women in women's club were holding the snakes and
Oh,
let
God,
them
no.
crawl, and I thought,
Cause if
Oh,
I
my
see one
goodness.
this close
Don't
to
care
me,
how old I get,
I'm
I'm
out
not
like a
me
light.
neither, I don't like snakes.
They said they feel
Mine
real
was-
smooth and they're cold. I didn't touch it, but that's what they were
Sue
saying.
said they're not really that cold. She went Felton
Well,
last
my
year and I
son
said, you're
had
crazy.
a python, and when he was in college, and
Oh,
he
my
would,
gosh.
they would come over to the basement, and he would feed it a hamster or a gerbil, and they didn't like, or a white mouse, or any kind of
Yes.
mice, and they didn't like them dead, they wanted them alive so they could,
Kill them, squeeze them.
and eat them, and you could watch him eat it and go,
Oh, God.
They wanted to feel the,
I guess, warm blood. I don't know, but,
Those things scare me, those pythons.
but he had it in the basement and
At your
in a
house?
big cage, yeah. I was always scared it would,
Get out, I would have been too.
I wouldn't have
And
been
you
living
become
there.
huh?
And you would become supper.
Oh, I don't think,
If it was,
I don't think you could.
if it was
Sour.
hungry, it could. It would
Too sour or salty.
Oh, God.
I don't know if we said the last time we heard that, what's the one, the diapers?
Oh, Procter and Gamble.
Yeah, Procter and Gamble.
They're coming up there and having a diaper changing.
They're having it
Oh,
down.
wow.
And they always
really?
give free
They
samples.
give samples out.
Oh.
They have,
They did
pull-ups.
that last year,
Yes,
didn't
They've
they?
been there.
Yes, they've
I
been
guess
there
it'll be
for-
the third year.
Oh,
We
this
had-
is their third year?
Yeah.
And we got something that we added inside the building for the nursing mothers. We have a corner for them.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
okay.
that's
So that'll
nice.
be something, if we have any nursing moms.
Are your vendors gonna be in that big building down there, or are they gonna be on the outside?
No, the
It's
vendors are all outside.
Yeah, around,
Yeah,
all
Around.
around the buildings.
Oh, okay.
yeah. It'll be all down in the bottom
Yeah, and
part.
then Barley, Chevrolet, and Ford Garage and Keller's are gonna have new
Is that
new
down
cars.
in the baseball field?
On the
Down
side.
or the next level where the barn's at?
Where the barn,
Where the barn is?
yeah.
Well, that's at the baseball field, isn't it?
Well, no,
No.
you know where the,
Not the old red barn, I'd go up where the two big barns,
Oh,
the metal
yes.
barns,
okay.
that's where
Oh,
everything's at.
okay.
like where the cattle and stuff are, well, it's on the other side of that.
Oh, okay.
And it's all the way, it's all the way down. Like Mike said, they were making, or putting out, Tanny was last night showing us how they're gonna make how they're gonna go down and go all the way around, then come this way and this way, and then back, so. There'll be vendors
Yeah.
right next to each other, so excited to
Yeah,
have
we,
that.
yeah,
That's great.
Mhm.
yeah, I'm hoping,
I
I mean,
hope
we
they
get so
do
many
well.
people, so many new vendors come, and, I call it prime real estate, the level part, so the guy with, the couple that's up there with the kids' games and stuff, we went up yesterday and met with him, and we confined him a little more. I know he wasn't happy with me at first, but he understood, we got so many new vendors coming, and I don't want to shove them over here, because almost all the locals never go that part or whatever, so we're trying to get more organized, make more rows.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so, but, yeah, Tanny left already, but I was trying to let her talk about all what's coming. She's, you
And she
know,
wanted to run away, huh?
she's the one that,
Yes.
I mean, I might have the title when it comes to the fair board, but she's the one that's done everything. I mean,
She
she,
has.
90,
Phone calls.
95% of what I should have been doing, she's done.
She did.
This has probably been the busiest we've been in 10 years at my shop, you know, and, you know, I come in, and I usually, when I get there, she's ready to go home, get supper and the kids and stuff. And I'm looking at all these notes and stuff. Well, we talk a little bit when we get home, but, I'll be, laying in bed, so, the liquor license,
forgot
or
to tell you
did we do
this.
this? It's taken
Yes.
care of, Mike, it's taken care of. So
Oh,
she's,
yeah.
so if anybody wants to say thank you to somebody, say it to her.
Tammy,
Thank
yeah,
you,
because
Tammy.
she
So-
really, she was the backbone for us. I mean, I don't know what we would have done without her. The phone calls that has to be made, answered,
Oh, I know
paperwork.
Monday at the shop, I was actually in there figuring a couple bids and going over stuff for the fair, and I kid you not, it was, when she hung that phone up, within a minute or two,
It
there
rang
was
again.
another call. And it was all fair related, new
Oh, my
vendors.
word.
I guess heard on the radio or seen the website or something that,
Well, that's great.
but I'm just hoping, all these new vendors come, that they do good, that they sell
Yeah.
stuff, because.
So is it out in town where they know, I mean, maybe there should be flyers passed around?
Well,
or
we
things
handed
hanging
out all the fair books. They're gone. I mean, that's another
Yeah.
thing she done.
Fair book.
She.
Right, but
she-
I mean, since you have so many vendors that you,
Well, the thing was, some of these vendors, we had timelines on them,
oh, okay.
and,
uh,
yeah,
So they're
I mean, there was
already
a
advertised.
guy,
Okay.
I think it's Archie Balzer from town. I think Archie's his first name. He come in the shop yesterday or Monday and got a whole stack of the trifolds. We had some of them
Oh,
left.
okay,
He
uh-huh.
took them out to Farmington Sale Barn.
Oh, that's good.
So, I mean, it's, we kind of got out, not with the books or, but if people were
But
headed
with the
somewhere.
flyers
Yeah,
and
put out
stuff, yeah.
flyers and stuff. I know Patrick Joggers with the truck pulls, he put flyers out in different towns and stuff. So I'm hoping I get a chance to watch the tractor pull on Friday night. That I'm not running around. Last year I was stuck in the kitchen cooking, trying to keep up with
Right.
food, but
right.
the local guys, the everyday driven trucks, we got a sled this year that's big enough and tough enough to take on any diesel or gas motor truck. Last
Oh.
year, they were concerned about the speed, or the sled we had wasn't gonna be able to, let them pull. So this year, we went, got a new company and stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. I like to, I was young one time too, it was fun
Oh,
then.
you
were
joke.
really young.
Yeah, I was young.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, but when you're young like that, and you break something, it's still fun. But now, if I would break something, it's an
It's not
expense.
fun no more.
But that's what I want to see. I want to see these young kids
That's
out
what-
there in the new trucks tearing them up. That'd be funny.
That's
when you
what I said the
See
other
somebody
day.
break something, like, ooh, there's $500.
My grandson was gonna do that, but they couldn't get it together in time.
Oh, yeah.
Used
Oh,
to
yeah.
do that.
Tyler was
Love the
all
demo.
bent, he had his truck
And
picked
now
out.
it's like,
Oh, I know.
I don't want to hear
Oh,
that.
yeah, it's,
Too noisy.
But he said, next year I'm going to, because I'm gonna start ahead of time.
yeah.
I thought, oh my God.
Yeah, Scott Beckerman, I think, has, let's see, probably 2 weeks he's been working on it. Down the street.
down the street
Were you
from-
listening? Make sure you had it tuned up right, or what?
Is it sounding pretty good?
It sounded very loud.
I think he won the feature last year.
I think so, yeah.
Well, I think
Well-
it's really good that the local youth participate in that.
Yes, yes.
Well, they're not really, they're getting a little bit past the youth stage, but they're
Right,
still
but
young.
they're-
Yeah, well,
young,
yeah,
young.
yeah,
Well,
just a little.
We've been preaching for volunteers. I think the Herald had ads in there, that we're looking for volunteers, because, I'll stay with it as long as I can, but I mean, there's been so many people in the past to get the fair to where it is today, and I feel privileged to keep it going. I still remember when I was young, going up to the fair with mom and dad and stuff, and my other brothers and sisters, but I just wish there'd be more community involvement, you know?
Right.
You go up there, you know, tomorrow night or whatever, the beer stand, the pork wagon off the hill, I mean, it'd be elbows, it was full, it'd be full.
Right.
You know, and it just brings the community together. So, like I said, you know, we can use volunteers, whether
And
it's,
Mike, it's like that with every organization.
Right.
It was like that with Jud Fett.
Right.
It's like that with the October days.
If they could
It's the
just
same
volunteer
one.
one
And-
day, one evening.
Yes,
one-
right.
well, you
How
don't
much
even have to
would
go
help?
one day, 2 hours.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
3 hours.
I mean-
I mean, it would be a world of stress off of the handful that we
does it
do
all the
this.
time,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I
Now,
was
you
at this.
tried to get the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts involved, do they help? Like Boy
Yeah, the
Scouts,
Boy
Girl
Scouts
Scout
did
troops?
last
they
year.
did last year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's, you know.
Some of the stuff that has to be done though.
Can't be
Has to be done by
it has-
adults.
Yeah, yeah, like weed eating, mowing.
Oh, okay.
The guys, there was a couple. with
You
the
do
church-
that all year round, don't you?
Oh, yes,
The mowing
yes.
and all
I'm-
that?
Yes.
One of the
You
bo-
do
one-
it, Mike? Do you mow it? Are you the one
Yeah,
that mows it?
there's 4 of us guys on the fair board.
Oh, my
you know.
goodness.
So, one of the fair board members been after us to keep a log, how many hours that
You
it
put in,
takes.
yeah.
And so the other day I sat down, well, I guess it was Monday evening, I got home and I got a bum knee that it's got to get surgery on after the fair, but I was sitting there wrapped up. A friend gave me a wrap that actually runs ice water through the
Right.
wrap. And I'm sitting there and we have a little over 200 hours in lawn care and getting the grounds to where it's ready for the fair
Oh,
this
I
year.
believe
already.
that.
So
I mean,
you would be happy to have another volunteer to come
Yeah, I
help
mean,
mow?
you know.
Or weed eat?
Yeah, I mean, we had a work day on that Saturday. Not many showed up, so we went back up on Sunday, and there was 4 weed eaters running. And there was 2 of us in the demo area, and it took 3 hours
Oh, my
to
goodness.
weed eat the bleachers. And, I
Oh,
mean, when you
yeah.
got Johnson
wouldn't doubt
grass
it.
4 or 5 feet tall,
Oh, my.
you know, so, I mean,
That's the
it's,
worst part.
you know, and it's, you could say it's partially our fault letting the weeds get that high, but.
What about putting black plastic underneath there and letting the sun
Oh,
burn
there's
it
so
up?
many groundhogs that dig holes and
Oh,
stuff,
okay.
and it burned through it, and
Oh, okay.
we got, 3 fawns and 2 mom and deer living up there.
Oh,
That's
do you
right,
really?
because our
Oh,
neighbor
gee.
seen them the other day, and she's got pictures of
Yeah, I
them.
went,
Little spotties on it.
William
Oh.
Noby gave us a gator, yeah. I was up there this morning, got there early, I was by myself, and it's a brand-new 2-seater, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna take a lap on it. So I'm just cruising around and stuff, and I pop off over the hill down towards Leon's field, here, the 2 little fawn, 2 of them were laying
They're
out.
twins.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
laying out,
twins.
laying out in the
That's right.
field, so I putted right
yeah.
up to them within 5 feet, got my phone
Yeah.
out, took a couple pictures,
Oh,
looped
my
around them and
goodness.
left.
Yeah, they're baby twins.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, Teresa had pictures of them.
Well, I'll be darned.
There might be in for a rude awakening with the noise this
I
weekend.
bet.
Oh, God.
But it
That's
don't
what I-
seem to bother them, when I was mowing yesterday,
Oh,
up there I was
really?
mowing, yeah,
I
they were
guess they're
just
so
playing
used
around,
to
you
it.
know.
Used to it,
When I'd
yeah.
get closer to the mower,
Yeah.
then they'd duck in the woods, but as soon as I go by, they were right back out in the grass.
Oh,
I just hope they make it through the weekend.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
that somebody
that
don't
nobody-
get stupid and
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
And
yeah.
try to
And
catch
hit
them.
them.
catch them or throw
Right.
something at them and hit them.
Right.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Didn't you
Yeah.
say, somebody said when they were born, they were,
Mary Ann Fall, you know where she lives?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to her daughter today, I picked up my granddaughter, and she, as I was pulling out of there to get on, what is that?
White Sands?
Yeah, Weather the Road. Anyway, here comes this deer.
Riverview, huh?
Yeah, and I looked and I thought, Lexi, there's a deer. And she turned around. So I stopped right there in the middle of the road. Good thing nothing was coming.
Yeah.
And I said, right there. And I'm not lying, it just walked. It just was walking straight to us. And I thought, well, I'm going to slow up. I got to get out of the road. So
Yeah.
I backed up a little bit and here, just walk like this. And then a car was coming, but it slowed down. It seen it too. Just took his little time, walked across the field and walked up to the fairgrounds. And I said, Lynette came over and she told me, she said they were born underneath their cedar tree.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh!
And she said the kids pet them and everything. She said
They
they're like
said
pets.
earlier
Oh,
this
for
week, there was,
Pete's sake.
the girls were playing ball on Leon's field, and they said the doe was walking up the hill, and they said all the girls were talking in the outfield, they were watching the deer, so the coach took all time out. So the deer got out of sight, so the girls were paying attention to the baseball game.
Boy, if that doesn't
Oh,
sound,
my goodness.
There are
That's
so
funny.
many deer up there. They cross, there,
yes.
sometimes there's like 7, 8 in the field, down from up from
Up-
KSGM.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, my
and they
goodness.
just walk across the road into that woods, just.
like we
you
own
gotta-
this.
Yeah, and you just gotta stop for them and
Oh,
let
my
them go.
gosh. I didn't know there was that many up in that area.
You know, if we could, if more organizations could know that, I mean, we had food stands and we had some other things that if they wanted to be involved or just come up and sell something, they're more than welcome to do that. You know, we've talked to both schools and I was hoping that somebody would get excited about trying to make some extra
They
money.
would make money for their budgets.
Well,
They
sure.
each
Right.
have budgets.
Yes, they
There's a
do.
little girl I told, I can't think of what her name is though. She's a teenager. It's Jan Geishner's granddaughter maybe. She's, does, what do you call them, caricature,
Face paintings?
well, caricature
Caricatures,
drawing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told her to call, and see if she could do that. Because that would really
It'd be fun
be
to
a
have
good
local
thing,
people
yeah.
up there that do that stuff.
And the face painting, kids
Yes.
love that, and the fingernails.
And they got that, we also have somebody that's gonna have, maybe I shouldn't say this, stun gun and pepper spray.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for teenagers and
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
They had that out at the community center.
Yes.
That's really
Yeah, we were,
interesting, yeah.
Yeah, Tanny called. I want to make sure that they weren't selling to anybody under the age of 18.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, but yeah,
Maybe, well, it's none of my business, but maybe they should have to order them rather than pack them
Yeah, I
over
think,
there.
now that you say that, I don't think she's going to be selling. I
She's
think
just gonna be
just
showing
on
it.
display and we
'Cause they
can
had
order
them
later.
taken
Oh,
orders,
You
yeah.
had to order them out
And she's
there.
gonna tell you about them, how they work and
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember,
And then
I
order 'em.
Yes.
remember I was out at another fair and there was a guy selling knives and swords, which I don't think we had them years ago, but we won't allow them no more. But I was sitting there with my buildings on display and boy, the law was running by and the first responders and stuff. And a little bit later, 2 kids got in a fight and one of them, they were arguing, standing there arguing, and one of them took a knife and shoved it through the guy's hand and pinned him to the counter.
Oh, my
So
God.
that was the last, that fair had knives, they pulled him.
Whoa.
right there. Yeah, I mean, you
Kids,
know.
well, people are so different now.
Yeah.
They don't
and
have
that's even,
respect for
that fair I'm
anybody.
talking about, they don't even serve alcohol no more. Because he said everybody out there, when they drink, they want to fight, you know.
Yeah, you gotta respect people.
you know, knock on wood, and I think we're pretty blessed, but the years that we've had this, or that we've been involved, miscellaneous stuff, I don't think we've ever had anything
Serious.
super
Any
bad. You know,
serious
just a
thing.
few
That's
drunks
great.
that get out of hand, but, you know, we have a wonderful city cops and county cops, county
Sheriffs.
you know,
Sheriff's
so, and
Department.
they're all there, and then they're gonna have their trailer there again, for people that, you know,
Oh,
need
yeah.
to cool off, or the, where the kids could get
Fingerprint.
Fingerprints.
printed,
Yeah.
and then they do a thing, it was neat, I was in there when they did this last year, they had one of the deputies, and it was a woman, and they asked them all kind of questions, so that they would, you know, and they taped this, that way if they ever need anybody, or if something
Oh,
would happen.
They would
these-
know something about
Yes,
them.
yes, and that was really interesting, I was really glad I was in there when
With
that.
that went along with the fingerprint then,
Mhm.
so they would know
Mhm.
something
So
about
they would
this
know something
person.
about that person. Mhm.
That's,
They
So
asked
the
them.
traffic
I
school
didn't
is
know they did
Friday
that.
night?
Yes.
Thursday is the sanctioned truck and tractor, that's the noisy ones, that's when you'd like to come
Oh,
watch. And then Friday
She
is
can
just
hear
a
me
regular
laugh.
truck pull, just the
Regular
everyday
truck.
licensed trucks. And then Saturday night's the demo derby.
The demo derby really draws a lot of people,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
That's
Oh,
that's
yes.
the big night,
That's
yeah.
our,
yeah.
And I wish I would have called Brian and where we had an idea how many cars. I'm sure he has, you know, a pretty accurate number how many's coming, so. But yeah, it's, earlier in the week, it was kind of last weekend, we had a little setback. We had some, apparently kids decided to throw rocks and knock some windows out of our ticket booths and.
Oh, my
So,
word.
Oh.
it's, it's gonna be hard to, the parents are gonna have to be the one to stop it, because they
That's
cut, they
right.
come down and watch they got a ball game, one of the kids has a ball game, well then,
And they
Yeah.
let Junior and his friends run the lot.
yeah, I mean, we had a fair board meeting and we come out and we scolded one that was trying to tear up the platform for the refs for the volleyball. He was knocking it over and
Oh,
kicking it
my
and stuff, and it's like,
word.
but,
You should have
That's-
called the police and.
yeah, I called them after we seen the
Let 'em
windows broke
scare
and
the
see if they'd drive
Yeah.
through a little more often and keep an eye on the place. I mean,
But if
it's hard
they-
enough to get everything ready, but then when you start taking buildings apart and
But if
replacing
you would
windows.
actually get one and have the policeman take him someplace and get his
Right.
Put the
parents
fear
and
They need to be
whatever.
on those programs, Scared Stiff,
Right, scared straight.
Scared Straight.
Well,
is that what
wasn't
it is?
a line packet, was it line?
Yeah, and we had a pallet of lime for the track and stuff. They tore open a bunch of bags and scattered it all over.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yes.
What fun
And
do we
what's-
get out of that?
Mowing that hillside down from the barn down to the ball field. It's like a landmine field. I mean, boulders and
Oh.
rocks
Oh, yeah.
and bricks.
They throw them.
I was mowing, I actually had my lawnmower up there, and I had Cora and Courtney, my two daughters, were walking beside me and in front of me and picking up. I mean, it was just unreal,
Oh, yeah.
if you launch one of the big rocks out of a, like my
Oh,
zero
gosh.
turn or fair board, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a bullet coming.
So any parents that are bringing their kids to the ball game,
Should watch
don't
them.
let
Just
your
don't let
boys
them
run
go.
wild in the park,
Well,
because you don't really know what they're
we
doing.
had gates, we really had gates that we closed, and
But
nobody.
we
got
had
them.
that hillside blacktop from the ball fields up, people with strollers or wheelchairs so they could get up that rock and stuff. We took the gates out and then, we didn't think we needed to put them back in. Well, now, you got, because so many cars park up there on,
Oh,
on
okay.
tournaments and stuff, they need the parking, so it's a double-edged sword. What do? Do you close it off,
Yeah.
will it help keep the vandalism down? I mean, when we close up shop after this year's fair, I'm gonna get plywood and I'm gonna cover the windows, screw plywood from the outside and cover them and secure
And
them a little bit.
that should be,
You shouldn't
That
have
you
to
shouldn't
do
have
that.
to do
Yeah,
that.
well, what else what can we do?
This is
You
the
shouldn't
first
have
year.
to. People should not have to go to extremes
Right.
to, their
No.
children should be taught, you don't tear up anything.
Right, right. And this
and
is,
all the adults that have kids that are taking them to the ballpark should talk to their children and tell them, you need to put an article in the paper
They should be.
about the vandalism and that
And then,
kids need to be talked to.
then we. and
Then the
fair-
backlash,
Then the
know.
fair board gets, we'll have our name
Well,
trashed
this-
again
They
because.
just don't assume responsibility. I'll
I
tell
know.
you, I saw something that really, and I told my grandson, I said, if I ever catch you like that, I said, you will have the foot in your rear end. I mean it, because this kid was walking down he was walking across the parking lot there where Brandt's is, and the more he walked, his pants, the belt was underneath his rear end. His whole short showed, and his belt was underneath his rear end. Now, if they think that makes them look
I
like
know.
macho,
That's okay.
I think it makes them look like an absolute
I was
idiot.
sitting at City Hall when I was still working, and one of them was walking down the street, and his pants literally fell down.
They think that is so cute, and they
Oh, I know.
really look obnoxious. They
I
look
thought-
like idiots.
Oh.
You know
so I
what?
better pull mine up now.
Yeah, pull your pants
I thought if you think that's cute,
Oh,
I'll
my
take a
Lord.
picture of it and show it to you in about 20 years.
Well, there's
Right.
towns in St. Louis that
Oh,
have
they-
laws
yes.
against.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, now,
Yes.
if a girl was to walk down the street and show something like that, she would be arrested. And I think every boy that does that should be, the same courtesy should be given him. He should be arrested for that. That's indecent exposure. I don't care what you say.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Seeing their whole underwear, I don't care to see their underwear. Or
That's
their-
why they wear them pretty underwear now.
Well, this one wasn't,
That's
it was
right.
gray.
That's what it is.
It was dark gray. It was
They're
dark
probably
gray.
dirty.
Probably were. His pants were plaid and his belt was black.
Oh, good
Nice
Lord.
And he was just like this, just walking along Texan, and them pants were
And
just.
next at the fair, we're gonna have the phone down pants.
Going down pants, get them while they're hot.
Have a contest, grab them while they're hot.
Okay.
Oh, talking about contests, we do have a Fair Queen contest.
Oh, that's.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
when is that now?
I think Friday night's the drawing, Friday night's the crowning.
The crowning.
They have, they have more than one, don't they?
Yeah, they
there's
had
3
a
or 4
junior-
classes, and they're actually having a little Prince this year.
Yeah.
Are they
Oh,
really?
really? Oh, how
Oh, my.
cute.
Yeah.
I know Carrie Knowles said at one of the meetings, this has been 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, she actually, in that age, I don't know what age, it's like 3, 4 or something like that, 3 and 4 year.
Or up to 5, or up to 7, I think, Mike.
But they actually had more little boys signed up for
Yeah.
that age group than
Yeah.
the girls.
Oh,
my
that's gonna be
goodness,
cute.
isn't that cute?
Oh, that, I think that is
Yeah.
super.
Well, I know they have the petite queen,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have the
Fun.
junior queen.
Yeah, they changed the names, everything's different now,
Oh.
so
Oh,
I couldn't even
yeah.
tell you what the classes are.
Yeah,
But,
they did
Yeah,
change.
because I was a judge for that for,
A long time.
I don't know how many years,
You got to pick the cute little girls, huh?
Yeah.
and it was fun. That was
I got to
really
do it one
fun.
year. That was really fun.
Asking questions and stuff. You'd be surprised from when they were real little until they got up to the, like, high school,
How much
how
they
they
advanced.
changed.
yeah, my daughter,
Who's that?
Cora won it 2, 3 years ago, whatever, Little Miss, I think was
Mm-hmm.
her category then. She was gonna do it this year, and then she said, no, I'm not gonna do it. And 2, 3 days ago, she was gonna do it, and I was looking so forward to it, and then when all of a sudden she said she didn't wanna do it. She was afraid of her talent.
And she's so cute.
What's that little black thing that I don't even, recorder?
Record.
Oh,
She can play Amazing Grace on that recorder, and she was gonna play it, and then she would sing part of it, and I thought, holy cow,
That
how
would
neat
be
is
great.
that? And
That would be
she was afraid that it wasn't good enough
Oh,
talent,
my
so she didn't.
gosh,
Oh.
Mike.
And it's like, you
go and
know,
tell her yes, we like.
it's too late.
Well, I
now,
remember
but-
when she did the hula hoop thing, when she
Yeah.
won, she done a dance to the hula hoop, and I'm thinking, I can do that. I couldn't
Oh
do the
my
dance,
gosh.
but I thought,
Yeah,
you
she
know.
was gonna, she gets
Uh-uh.
down on her
That
We
hula
knees.
hoop
could
and-
don't go around
we could
anymore.
get Martha up there.
No, 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 honey, it does not go around.
That's what we'll have the next
For
time.
some reason, it does not go around. It goes straight down.
You need to stay at the beer wagon for a little bit, then go over and try
And
it.
then try it. I better go then. No.
Oh, Lord, oh.
What time is that, Queen, Friday
I
night?
think it's 6
7?
o'clock.
It was 6?
I
The
think,
crowning's at 6.
yes.
Isn't the
Oh.
public speaking during the day? and-
Yes, public speaking's during the day, but
And
I'm
then,
not sure exactly
what else is there, the pageant part or whatever,
The questions that they ask,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they ride in the parade. Did
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
find out who the queen is before the parade or after the
I
parade?
think before.
After.
Oh, is it?
I'm thinking it's after.
I think
Oh, is
so.
it
Because
after?
I
So they
think
all,
they
That's
always
right,
have
after
a
the
sign,
parade, and then they
yeah.
go down there, and then that's when
Yeah.
they take them all down
so
there.
they all ride in cars then?
Yeah,
And the
Anybody
little
can
ones, I
get
think,
one.
are all riding on a wagon. The ones that their parents don't care if they ride them. I talked to Carrie, she said that they were gonna all ride on a little,
And what time is the
Anyway.
parade?
yeah.
4:30 Friday.
4:30 Friday?
Yeah, they line up at 3:30 if anybody's gonna be in it.
you can sit out here in front of City Hall and watch it.
Mhm. And our grand marshal
I usually
is
come up-
Chris Kurtz.
Oh, Linda and
Oh,
Chris are the
okay.
grand marshals.
Yes, yes.
Are they gonna have one of their,
I'm
Army
hoping,
things?
well, I'm hoping. She asked, when she asked me if there was any certain thing they had to ride in, I said, sent her a text and said no. And I wanted to say, the tank would be great. Oh,
now
what-
are all the
what-
little ones riding on a wagon? Because I think Dave's taken
No,
one of the little girls.
no, not all of them.
Probably
Oh,
It's
no.
only, it's a little bitty
The
ones.
little ones.
Oh, just
It's just a little bitty ones, and only the ones that the parents said that,
Said they
just-
could,
yeah,
yeah.
because it's not gonna be all the little ones either.
Oh,
There'll just be a
okay.
few of them. But, and they had like, was it Thursday night they had that makeup day? They let them all go up to the. they
It was
take 'em up-
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, that's right.
Oh, and they got,
They,
Yeah.
you
got
make
made up.
was it Tuesday
It
night?
was yesterday.
Okay.
your days are all running together, huh, Martha?
Tuesday
You're
was
so busy.
yesterday, today's Wednesday.
That's right.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
That's right. Tomorrow it starts, Mike. Don't forget to be there. I want you guys to know, last week, he was up there, and I felt bad because I just felt like I should be doing more. But anyway, he was up there. He had a cane. He couldn't even walk. That's how
Oh.
bad he was.
That's called old age.
It's getting there.
And don't forget, I know how old you are,
You're a lot older than I am.
but that doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, my knee, I'm hoping,
I
it holds
started,
out.
I
It
was just hoping it,
I started taking some liquid stuff.
I
Oh, you
These are
can't,
much
you can't
better.
drink and drive.
you should have seen his knee. I mean,
It was
his,
all swollen up.
it was.
I got a torn meniscus.
Oh.
And I had an
that's what you have
MRI
to
and
have
it's
fixed.
torn lengthways and it's laid open.
Oh, my goodness.
And
Oh,
this
that
past
hurts.
weekend, when she was talking about, I mean, it was miserable. I couldn't, no weight or anything, and
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
it just,
No,
well,
it's
Friday,
awful.
Saturday, Sunday, I took it pretty easy. I'm not used to sitting, laying around. My wife scolded me, I'd get up, and she goes, well, I'm gonna go mow the lawn. I said, all right. And she goes, you gonna stay in the recliner? I said, no, probably not. But, I mean, it got better. If it don't hurt no more than what it does now, I'll make it through the
But that's
weekend.
very
Oh,
painful.
my gosh.
Yeah, but we got two gators, Fliggs Equipment from Weingarten and William Noby here in town. Brought us two gators, and my oldest daughter, Courtney, said that this is gonna be the president's gator that I can ride around in, but, I mean, I'm gonna do as much as I can every
Yeah.
year. I mean, it just,
Well,
did- I
you
had-
need to
I
take
got-
care of your
I got
knee
one
before
thank
you
you.
do anything else.
I got
Yeah, one thing.
one thank you already this year. I think it was Don Pritchard this morning when I was up there, if I remember right. No? I'm not sure I done lost, but somebody already shook my hand and thanked me, so. But, I mean, it's a lot of
Well,
work.
here, Mike, I'll be the second one.
And I'll shake hands with you.
I'll be the third one. Thank you, you guys have done a good
You
job.
ask ours for money.
'Cause you got more than anybody does.
You got your birds.
Your purse is sitting right there.
Oh.
Well, I think everybody knows, everybody in here has been a volunteer somewhere, and it's not like you really asked for that, but when you work as hard as those guys do, to put on, I mean, we're not doing this for us.
No.
We're trying to keep what's been going and adding to it. That way, when one day when we don't do it, they'll be doing the same thing and adding to it. Granted, we're not gonna be able to do a whole lot more because of the area we have up there, but at least keep it going and everybody
Well,
wanna
and the
go to
times are
it.
gonna change and interests are gonna
Absolutely,
change.
absolutely.
So they'll
If we could get more
keep up with
people,
the time.
more people to volunteer, we could do more stuff.
Right,
You know, we had the September truck and tractor pull, then we did
Right.
Fair Christmas. We had 3 events up there last year.
Yeah.
right.
You know, if we
right.
could get another half a dozen volunteers, where maybe the second weekend of June, and then second weekend is July is the fair, then the Jury Fete, and then we do something in September, have something throughout the
3 times a year,
weekends for the
right.
families and
Yeah.
their kids to
Right,
do
right.
something. I mean, look at the grounds that we have, you know?
Right.
But it's just, it's too much
It's-
just for a
it's-
handful of us.
Right.
You need a
Too
lot of
much
people to
planning.
help.
You do. Well, and at our meeting last year in September, we were so excited, like, we want to do something else. What about a Halloween thing? What about an awesome Halloween thing? Okay, well, we would have maybe had 3 or 4 weeks to put something like that together so we knew. And then they said, well, what about
Remember the haunted
Christmas?
house when they used to,
Right.
JC's used to do
Right.
Well, that's
that
what we
there?
wanted to do.
Yeah, that
It's a
was so much
possibility
fun.
for this year,
This
but
year, but not, it wasn't last year.
we
because
gotta
it was
start
too
thinking
late.
about it now, right?
Right.
Right as soon as the
Right.
fair's over, we gotta
Right.
start, I mean,
And you have to
And
get
our
your volunteers
Christmas
early.
was amazing considering the weather that we
Oh, I
had.
know, the weather was
It
horrible.
was,
Yeah, it was
but I'll tell you
horrible.
one thing it was great for, and that was that ride in that carriage.
Oh,
I'd paid
yeah.
$50 to ride in that thing. It was amazing. It was fun, it was cold, and we got to ride the last ride, and it
Was that
was,
Lee Miller?
yes.
Yeah. Oh
She
my,
was a-
she's
she was
wonderful.
awesome. Yes.
She's
It was
wonderful.
cold, and it was ugly that day, any rainy, snowy, whatever you want to call it. And then as we were going up through the park, the lights and things he had out in
Dick Reminger.
Dick Reminger.
Oh, yeah.
Had those things.
Oh,
up.
yeah, all those,
It was just,
Blow-up
it
things.
was.
Like a winter
oh,
wonderland.
It was. If we would have had the snow, of course, it kind of started doing a little bit of
yeah,
that.
for the Fair Christmas, the first event, I forgot how many kids seen Santa.
Yeah,
Well, I know there's a lot of cancellations, other places where
Yes.
Santa was gonna be.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know we were setting up there and early in the morning, a mom and dad come down, pulled up and rolled her window down and goes, "Please tell me Santa's gonna be here today." Yeah, he'll be here, he's gonna be up there.
Mike Brendan almost said, we started on, we were back on the phone probably all morning.
Yeah,
Are we?
we
Are
took
we
a-
not? Are we?
Yeah, it
We
was,
need to
yeah.
make a decision.
Yeah, it was like, 2
Gonna do this
yeses,
or
2
not.
no's, and 3 maybes.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
so,
not, so we just made
Oh,
it.
it was awful out that way.
It was cold, it was
Oh, my
cold for the
gosh.
vendors, but
we house wrapped the barn, and Larry Bowman with Bowman Wood Heat
Yeah.
from Bloomsdale had an outside wood furnace, and he had heat duct in. I mean, it was nice till the after lunch when the wind started, and then our house wrap started coming loose, and air starting to get in, but,
the snow was kind of coming in, it was wet and.
yeah, I mean,
it was.
it'd be nice if the youth building, if we could add on,
Add on to it.
where we could have, I mean, we got so many people call and want indoor space. The lady that was gonna come up with candles, she canceled today or yesterday because she's afraid it's gonna be too hot to show her
Yeah.
candles. So if we had an indoor air conditioned
Right.
addition on
For
there,
something like that.
we could have, hard telling how many more vendors
Yeah.
have at the fair, and, you know, it'd be more room for the 4-H exhibits, and you could just do more if there was more building
Right.
there to work out of, so. I mean, I'd like to see an addition, but, I mean, everything costs and
Now, do
takes money.
the building, does the rent go to the fair board or does that go to the youth?
That goes
when
to the
they
fair
go
board.
to the fair
We
board?
maintain the
Yes.
building.
We
Or-
maintain the building, yes.
Yeah, the utilities all year, it's all comes out of the fair board's
It's all
account.
fair board.
Yeah. I mean,
Now,
it-
will you tell us exactly what kind of food you're gonna have up there? Because I know people around here like to eat and drink. Am I right?
Well, of course, you got.
Right.
Tell them about the new drinks.
Oh.
Listen to me.
There's 3 beer reps, there's gonna be 5, they call them novelty drinks, specialty. They're gonna have Smirnoff.
Homebrew,
No, it's Smirnoff and that,
White Lightning.
I don't, where's that at? But, there's gonna be canned, it's that straw marita. or
Strawberry.
Oh, yeah.
Budweiser and lime marita.
Yeah.
Lime marita.
And
Get
then
it
reds.
strawberry or
And There's
lime.
Yeah.
an apple cider flavored beer.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be 5 specialty
Oh, really?
drinks up there this year, along with the 6 beers on tap. And then you got your favorite, Valley Athletic will have their pork
Pork
burgers.
burgers.
And then the fair board, we have hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and brats, and Frito pies. And there'll be corn
What's a
dog.
Frito pie?
You take a dish of Fritos and you pour chili and cheese, cheddar cheese melted.
It's a big,
Oh, that sounds
that's probably
good.
one of the biggest things.
It's a
And
big,
what do you
so
call
it's
it?
a
Cheeto-
Frito
oh,
pie.
Frito
A
pie.
Frito
I was saying
pie.
Cheeto pie.
Yes.
Frito pie.
It goes over
Cheetos are
big.
the things
Cheetos
that turn you orange.
And,
That sounds good.
And then the good old funnel cakes. They'll
Oh,
be back.
funnel
They'll have
cakes.
funnel cakes up there.
That's my
and
favorite.
then kettle corn. And then on top
Some
of the
kind of
hill, we got
fries.
ribbon fries.
Ribbon fries. what is
That's
it?
where they take a whole potato and they got a cutter on the end of a drill.
Oh,
And it
then
just makes a
it's-
mound of fried chips,
It's-
basically.
it's
Oh, of
spiral
chips?
like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Spiral, yeah. And then you can have cheese melted and put on it.
Oh,
Oh, they're good.
And then
remember what it
basically
was.
the same food up there too. The pork burgers would be up there,
Mhm.
and Fair Board will have another stand. And there's a vendor, Ike's Florist from Farmington, but I couldn't even begin to say what they're having, because I don't know what they're having.
What's it called?
Ike's Florist, it's a florist out in Farmington.
Oh.
They actually go to fairs and.
You know
and
what,
sell
I
food.
remember years ago when Joanne's Hot House or whatever it was down in Bealey or down in that
Joanne's
area,
Greenhouse.
used to come to Judah Pet and have the
Yes.
most beautiful plants and hanging baskets.
oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I
that would be-
remember that.
For the life of me, I can't remember what, I remember what they put down in it. Is it, fried is it okra something?
Yeah, there's fried green beans.
Green beans. I don't
There's
know what it is.
fried Oreos.
That's what it
I had
was.
one of-
Fried Oreos.
They bread them and deep fry 'em.
And you know what?
Oh, my gosh.
It's a big hit.
What do they bread them in? Like cake
Some-
batter?
Yeah, some kind of,
Pancake batter?
And Twinkies and Snicker bars, and I think you can get about just about anything.
Yeah, if
deep
you can
fried.
throw it in a deep fryer and want to eat it, they'll do it.
Whether it's alive or it's,
They were saying,
As long as it's not
A
chicken.
pickle, a deep fried pickle, and
yes.
kids love them.
Yes.
And I thought, who in the world thought of that?
I don't know, when it's South
Anybody
Carolina,
with a
it's
pot
for
of
some
grease.
area,
Well, yeah.
fried pickles.
Right, right.
I never eat fried pickles till I eat theirs.
I tried one time, I didn't like it.
Mm.
Like the dill pickles.
Now, I don't like fried green beans, but I do like pickled green beans. And you make them like you do like a beet or a dill pickle, and then you get them real cold in the refrigerator, and they are wonderful.
You could just use your old pickle juice and stick them down there. We used to
Very
do
right.
that with eggs. It works.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Just
Yeah,
put
it's
hard-boiled
sure.
eggs down in there,
In the
in that
pickle.
pickle juice,
Well, then
and
you
let
have
them in
to
there a
cook
few
the,
days.
you have to cook the green beans, right? before you-
Probably, I
Yeah.
would think.
You know,
These kinda
said
burn.
last year when we were judging the stuff up at the fair, the 4-H, it'd be great if those kids could sell that stuff. I would have definitely bought some of their tomatoes in there, and there's supposed to
they
be
don't sell
certain
it?
ways- No,
No.
they just bring it up for show, but
You
Oh.
have
I
to win a
said,
ribbon
you
and
should
stuff.
see, yeah, they win ribbons. And then the best of show, the best one gets money for that. But if you'd seen some of those potatoes or those onions or the
All their vegetables.
tomatoes, everything that they bring up there, you're looking at them and think, oh my gosh.
I know.
I mean, they do a great job.
They do.
They really do a good job. And usually the fair tries to buy some sort of animal.
Yeah.
we usually
that's what
buy a
they sell.
hog.
Hog.
Yeah. And I still remember 2 years ago, whenever we voted before a meeting, I told them, I said, I think it'd be good that, for the fair to purchase a hog. We can't afford to go buy a beef for what some of them go for. So we bought a hog, and Tom Okenfoos, the auctioneer or whatever, I raised my number and he goes, Friedman? And I said, no, the fair board. He goes, the fair board? He's just kind of like dumbfounded at the fair board.
Was gonna
And
buy
then you
it.
grind that hog up and sell it.
That's what we did,
That's
yeah.
what we
We
did.
give
Sell
the
it
fair
with your
board
beef in
members
it.
first dibs, and then whatever's left, and I go into the chair people that help
Oh,
do an event, and we go as far, I want to buy another one this year, maybe 2, because last year we ran out. I didn't even get through,
whole
the chair
bunch, huh?
people. I
Yeah.
felt kind of bad, but yeah,
There's
it's,
nothing any
yeah,
better than a
it's
whole
good
hog.
for the
No,
kids.
and
I mean,
it's
you can't
right.
make, you don't make money on
Right.
it.
Yeah,
It's just
no.
something that I think needs to be done,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for the fair board to do that. These kids are coming up here and,
And that's what they
Make just
wanna
enough
do,
to
yeah.
Yep.
pay for it, yeah.
It gives
That's
them
what
an
it's-
incentive.
Well, so everybody, you go to the chicken dinner Thursday evening.
Tomorrow night.
Then you go,
4:30.
yeah, and then you go up to the park and you watch the Queen contest and, what's it called, tractor pull? No,
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
truck and
tractor-
tractor, it's
truck.
a sanctioned
That's
pool.
Friday.
It's a sanctioned pool. That
Yeah.
means they
on
got the-
Friday night. And you can buy tickets ahead of time and save some money, so have some money to buy food or refreshments.
$5. Yep.
Well, this was the whole idea, was that if they bought the tickets now, before, then when they got up there, all these would be paid for, then they wouldn't have to spend so much
Yeah.
at one time.
Right.
So we'll have them up at the chicken dinner, so bring some extra money and buy a ticket to the fair.
And they'll also be available at the fairgrounds up on the upper level.
All day tomorrow, we'll be up there.
And then they have
And
the
the
cow
squares.
squares. It used to
Cow
be,
Cow
chip.
chip squares.
no, you don't call it
You don't call the
It's
cow
cow
chip?
chow lotto
squares.
anymore, it's a
Oh.
cow chip.
Cow chip squares.
Took a long time, because I had that others down pat.
Cow chip lottery sounds pretty good, doesn't
And
it?
some people were not very nice to me out at Country Mart. They told me that how appropriate what I was selling.
So cow chip sounds better.
So I thought, okay.
And if you want to watch after you buy your number, you can stand up there and root for your cow.
There you go.
But if you buy one, you don't have to go up there,
No, and they'll be for sale at the grounds also.
yes. And up at the dinner,
And at the dinner, yeah.
and I will be selling them up at the dinner.
Well, this makes me want to run up there and buy one.
I know.
And the dinner is chicken, liver dumplings,
Green beans,
mashed
mashed potatoes, gravy slaw,
and
dessert.
desserts.
And what's the price?
Is it $8 for
I think, yeah.
adults, and I don't
Wait a
remember for
minute,
children?
was it 9 for-
No, I think it's 8, I think. Check your paper and the fair thing, it'll say. Do you have it with you?
I think I have my tickets with me.
Oh,
There
you
she
bought your
goes.
tickets
If Mike
already. I
didn't
didn't
She
do
got her
that. I
tickets
should've
ahead of
did
time.
that.
If
Yeah, I
Mike
did that.
didn't take my tickets out of my purse, let's say.
I think you already give them to me.
I already gave it to you.
Yeah. No, just give them to me now, so I
No,
go up there and
he
eat.
thinks you should give them to him.
Okay, let's see.
You want me to hold them so you can?
Yeah.
No, no.
The St. Genevieve County 4-H chicken fry, drink included, except with the carryout, dessert included. Thursday, July 10th, 2014, 4 to 6:30.
Oh, it is
$8 for a
Thursday.
large plate and at the VFW Hall. And
so-
both tickets say the same thing.
Well, I know, because
Okay, so it's 4 to 6:30.
4 to 6:30, right?
I was thinking
And
of
it's
Friday
very
was
good.
Thursday.
It's very
Oh, it's
good.
wonderful.
So they can eat that, and then later on, they can come to the fair and have snacks up there.
And you can't hardly eat anywhere for $8
No.
anymore. $16 for a couple. Okay, kids, I don't remember what the kids is.
I think
it
it's
might
6.
be. Yeah, 5 or 6 or
Yeah,
something
I
like
think
that.
it is 6.
Anyway, everybody come to the fair and to the 4-H dinner. And next up, we're supposed to have the St. John Drama Club again.
Uh-huh.
And the Foundation for Restoration. They will be guests, Mickey and Sarah Menard. So, and Ellen's Flowerscapes. I was thinking escapes, but it's
I
not,
know.
it's Flowerscapes. If it's her time, she will be here, if she don't have too much garden work to
And
do.
if you're wondering who Ellen is, go down by the Show Me Shop.
And the
and the
hotel and
hotel
everywhere else
and
in
the
town.
boxes on the side. She's the one who takes care of those.
All of
and
the
all
beautiful flowers in
Oh,
St. Genevieve, most of them.
They're
And them and
beautiful.
the master gardeners, her and the master gardeners, too.
Those are beautiful.
Those
They
are
are.
beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
Yes, they are. So, thanks for listening tonight.
And don't forget, tomorrow is Don's birthday.
So everybody wish him
Absolutely.
happy birthday.
I hope the phone rings off the wall. You don't even have time to go to the restroom tomorrow.
Poor Dawn.
Poor Don.
That's when the Depends come in.
Yeah. Well, Procter and
Can't run up
Gamble.
to the
do they
fair.
Does Procter and Gamble have Depends up at the fair?
I don't know, they might.
I know they got pull-ups.
Oh, and Pat, we didn't hear from you tonight. We hope everything's fine, so we'll talk to you later.
Good night, everybody. Thanks
Good
for
night.
tuning in.
Thanks for
Have a
watching
good
us.
weekend.
Channel 7 and 98 TV and web broadcasting are made possible through contributions and donations from viewers like you. Thank you for your support.